Welcome to Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. This is your go-to source for practical advice and support for when the divorce process has finished. Join us each weekday for a quick chat where we'll cover a variety of topics related to post-divorce. Together, we'll explore the emotional, financial, and legal aspects of life after divorce and help you find the best path forward for you and your family. Here's your host and Certified Divorce Financial Analyst professional, Mike Fulkerson.
Hello and welcome back to Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. And today we're exploring a question that might linger, after the divorce is finalized. And that is, what are the reasons would you need to appear in court when things are seemingly finished? So we're going to unravel this aspect of the journey towards a new you. It's important to note that after the divorce is final, most individuals, they're just hoping to move forward without any further legal proceedings. However, there are situations that might necessitate a return to the courtroom. So let's look at some of the common reasons this could occur. And one possible reason is the modification of child custody or visitation agreements. Life is dynamic and circumstances can change. If there's a significant change in your life, or your ex-spouse's life that impacts the well-being of the children, a court appearance may be necessary to modify the custody or visitation arrangement. Now, financial changes can also lead to post-divorce court appearances. If a substantial changes in your financial situation or your ex-spouse's, whether it's a significant increase in or decrease in income, it might warrant a revisit to court to discuss potential modifications to spousal maintenance or child support orders. Disputes over the interpretation of the divorce decree or court orders can arise. If there's a disagreement between you and your ex-spouse regarding the interpretation or enforcement of court orders, appearing in court might be necessary to seek clarification or resolution. On the flip side, non-compliance with court orders is another reason. If your ex-spouse fails to comply with court orders related to child custody, visitation, or financial obligations, you might need to seek enforcement through the court system. Relocation is another area that could trigger a visit to the courtroom. If you or your ex-spouse plans to relocate, especially if it impacts the existing custody or visitation arrangement, that may require court approval. A court appearance would be necessary really to address the proposed changes and ensure that they align with the best interests of the children. Any disputes over property division that surfaces, if there are disputes or issues related to the division of property that weren't resolved during the divorce proceedings, you might need to return to court to seek some kind of resolution. Adapting to changes in your life might require court approval. For instance, if you plan to remarry or make a significant life decision that could affect the well-being of the children, seeking court approval may be necessary, especially if it's outlined in your divorce decree. Some of the legal documentation may need to be updated. If there are changes in your legal name, address, or any other relevant information, updating the court records may require a court appearance. So, while the hope is to move forward smoothly after the divorce is finalized, various factors really do come into play on whether or not you might actually have to return to court. I want to thank you for joining me on this episode of Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. Should you have any questions on today's topic or other financial planning issues that I can help with, please don't hesitate to reach out. My contact information is in the description. Divorce is not the end of your story. It, as you know, is the start of your next great chapter. And with that, have a good day.
We want to thank you for listening to this episode of Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce with Mike Fulkerson. For questions, please reach out to Mike via email in the description or give him a shout at 630-444-1410. Remember to subscribe, like, and follow.